My name is Emily. I am 32 years old, and I live in Chicago 4 years ago. I started a solar panel company called Zenith Solar. With just a $10,000 loan from my grandfather and a certification from trade school by the time I was 31, my company was making $3.2 million a year, with 42 employees. Custom trucks and contracts booked through 2026. 2 years into the business, my older sister Sarah joined as a partner. She brought her MBA and family connections. I brought technical expertise and relentless work ethic. It seemed like the perfect combination. Our parents always favored Sarah, though she was the golden child while I was the one who needed supervision. Even in adulthood, I was the one they saw as just good with tools. Then came John, a handsome, charming investment banker introduced to me by Sarah during a football party. He was everything a woman is told to dream of: successful, attentive, smart. We dated for a year and a half before he proposed, and our wedding was picture perfect. We signed a prenup to protect both our businesses. Sarah helped us negotiate it. At the time, I trusted both of them completely. 10 months into the marriage, I began to feel off, always tired, losing strength, dizzy spells. I went from running marathons to struggling through workdays. John was concerned. He cooked special meals, brought in a nutritionist, and kept close track of my diet. He acted like the ideal, caring husband. Meanwhile, Sarah began pushing changes to the company. Complex new contracts, banking structures, insurance policies, and a succession plan that transferred ownership in case of mental or physical unfitness. It all seemed like smart planning, but I was too exhausted to keep up and signed most of it without argument. One night I overheard a call between John and Sarah from upstairs. Their voices were clear through the house acoustics. John laughed, saying, "I was more compliant every week, and the dosage was working." Sarah asked how long until they could move to the final stage. They discussed a shell company she created, Rocky Mountain Solar Solutions, set up to absorb my clients and my company once I was out of the way. Instead of confronting them, I called my best friend, Olivia, a no-nonsense plumber who had known me since childhood. She came immediately and took one look at me before dragging me to a clinic in another city. I paid cash for blood tests, which revealed high levels of prescription sedatives and beta blockers. We hired Derek, a former military intelligence officer who specialized in surveillance. Within a day, my house was wired with hidden cameras, audio devices, and GPS trackers. We caught everything: John drugging my food, preparing fake supplements, hiding pills under labels; Sarah meeting with investors and manipulating staff. She had already promised raises to employees who joined her new company. Derek dug deeper and found John had been fired from his previous job for financial misconduct, and Sarah had defrauded past business partners. They were not new to betrayal, I just had not seen it before. The hardest part was acting normal. John continued to drug my meals. I pretended to eat, and Olivia brought me real food to work every day. I lost 15 pounds and told John it was from stress and exercise. Sarah kept calling, pushing for me to sign final documents. I kept stalling. We recorded dozens of conversations where they laid out their entire plan, from cognitive decline to staged business failure to full takeover of my company. Even worse, we found they had started planning this during my honeymoon. I contacted Amy, a lawyer who specialized in corporate fraud and white-collar crime. We sent everything to the FBI, who opened a case against both of them, but I wanted more than justice. I wanted them to watch the ground fall from beneath their feet, the way they had planned for me. We arranged a fake meeting at my office for final signature day. Sarah came dressed like a CEO, ready to take over. She laid out the contracts with a big speech about business evolution and family leadership. I listened quietly, then dropped a folder of evidence on the table. Photos, transcripts, drug test results, incorporation documents, and audio recordings spilled out. Sarah froze. Her 2 witnesses stepped back. The FBI agents entered the room and placed her under arrest. I left with Olivia to watch John be arrested outside his office. I stood in the parking garage while he screamed at me, blaming me for setting him up and destroying his life. He confessed while being cuffed, saying he should have used more poison.